Hello, and welcome to Essential Oils 101. My name is Pamela Zahn. If you've never met me before, I've been with Young Living since 2013. I've taught this class hundreds of times to many, many people. It is the first place I started with Young Living. I am a mom of two. I live in North Delta, and I came to Young Living looking for a solution for my children's eczema, and it's been quite the journey ever since. Let me put it that way. So we're going to walk through some of the basics of essential oils, how to use them, what they are, safety tips, and we're going to highlight 11 very common oils and blends that you can use in your home and on your family safely. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to reach out to me at pamela.youngliving@gmail.com. And I'm also going to be posting a link to the slides for this presentation. So if you want to reference some of the material after, you're able to do that. And let's go on. Okay, essential oils basics. So this is a beginner's course. It's sort of the crash course. There are hundreds of essential oils out there, and we don't want to overwhelm you with 200 oils and how to use them. Each oil in itself has hundreds of uses. So I always tell people just start with what you have, go day by day, step by step. When I started, I didn't have a clue how to use these things. I just knew that lavender was good for my skin, and I started with that. And so that's what I encourage you to do. So you are very welcome to ask questions here. We embrace a health and wellness journey, and we are open to all different perspectives on this. And so your questions are very valid, and you feel free to ask as many questions as you want. So we're going to talk about healthcare versus sick care. With clinics on every corner and around 1,400 registered hospitals in Canada, we are armed and ready to be sick. But what if we as a society made a shift and we're better at healthcare than we are at sick care? So often we react to issues versus coming at them prepared and ready. Being proactive with our health can be highly beneficial if we're willing to do the work. Are you ready to put your health first so you can have more days with your loved ones, your babies, and your grandbabies? This class will show you just how simple that can be. Ditching and switching. I know that making healthy lifestyle choices isn't always easy. Do you struggle to order the salad over the burger? That's totally me as well. Maybe you struggle with choosing to exercise regularly, or maybe it's hard for you to get solid sleep. Maybe your house is filled with questionable products and you don't know where to start. I've been there too. When I started with Young Living, it was so overwhelming. I didn't have the household cleaner. I didn't have the toothpaste. I didn't have the shampoo. I don't want to go buy all this stuff at one time. It was so much. And so again, it's a wellness journey. Wherever you're at in that process is totally okay. We're making these changes. Does not have to be overwhelming. You can take small steps that add up to big ones. Young Living is here to help you create a wellness lifestyle, starting with the products in your home. Ditching the chemical-filled, hormone-disrupting cleaner for a safe, plant-based cleaner infused with the best essential oils is a great start. Then maybe you decide to ditch that toxic shampoo and switch it out for ones that's made from ingredients that are truly safe for you. Then maybe you move on to replace your laundry soap and so on. Small changes lead to big changes. With ingredients that actually support a healthy body, Young Living oils and products are absolutely worth the investment. From skincare and makeup to a kid and baby line, pet products, supplements, food, and so much more, Young Living makes it easy to support everyone's health. So what are essential oils and how does Young Living compare to other companies? It's a common question. Essential oils are not cooking oils. They're not perfumes. They're not fragrances. They do smell good. You can definitely smell them. They're aromatic compounds. Just as much as you could smell a lemon when you zest it. Do you call that perfume? No, it's a zested lemon. So when people say they have fragrance allergy, they get headaches from this and that, usually when that occurs, it's happening with synthetic fragrance or low-grade oils. There are a lot of essential oils out there that are made in the fast and cheap way, which means that they're basically made to be scented for soaps and lotions and candles and things like that. They weren't made for therapeutic use. And chemically speaking, they are very different from what we're talking about today. However, the labeling laws in North America basically classify them all as the same. So essential oil that was made to scent a soap and essential oil that was made to relieve a cough, two different things, but on the label, you'll see the same stuff. You'll see 100% pure, organic, all natural essential oils. And you think, oh, that sounds so good, but it can say pure if only 5% of the bottle is pure. It can say organic, that only refers to the farming and not the the grade or quality of the essential oil. So we need to be educated consumers to keep our families safe. Essential oils are the liquids extracted from plants. You use them in aromatherapy, home cleaning, personal care, and for overall health and wellness. However, not all oils are created equal. How do you know which ones to choose? How does Young Living compare to others? So essential oils are trendy. You see lots of different companies out there, and how do you know which ones are good and which ones are not? I'm only going to tell you about Young Living. I don't bash other companies. I can't vouch for them. I don't know what's going on there. I just know what's going on here. So Young Living has been around for over 25 years. Before it was cool to do essential oils, we were there farming them. We're the only essential oil company that has a research institute, Essential Oils Research Institute. We have medical doctors, pharmacists, chemists who research the oils and teach on the oils. It's a phenomenal resource of education. We actually partnered with NASA last year to study the oils. Our reputation is above anything that could ever try to compare to it. And we're the only company that have our own corporate-owned farms. So everywhere else you're going to deal with co-op farms or third parties, and really you just don't know what's happening to the oils. If you don't know the quality of the soil, you don't know the quality of your oil. It all impacts the whole process. And so seed to seal means that we oversee every step of the process, from the location of the farm to the quality of the soil, the quality of the seeds, no GMO, the farming practices, no pesticides or herbicides used. We weed by hand at our farms. We clean all our distillation equipment with the plant-based cleaners. Everything has to be pure. Everything has to be clean. And the quality of water used in distillation has to be the best quality of water. All these things that you would never think of. And most companies don't need to think of, because they're making essential oils to be cheap for fragrance. They're not making them to improve your health. And so this is something you need to keep in mind when you're shopping for essential oils, that cheaper really does mean cheaper. You get what you paid for. And so, yeah, when you see that bottle at the mall that's $6 and it sounds so great, you might want to give that a second thought. So how do we use essential oils? Flipping through my notes here, we have 3 ways to use essential oils: topically, aromatically, and internally. Before we dive into the most popular oils, I want to explain how to use them. It's rather simple. Just pick a way and go for it. Anyone can use essential oils. No aromatherapy training needed. Topically, you can apply them to your wrists, neck, back, feet, etc. Just keep them out of your ears and eyes directly. If you get oil in your eyes, don't rinse it with water. Instead, apply a fatty carrier oil around the area, such as coconut oil. Another thing to keep in mind is that some oils are gentle enough to put directly on your skin without diluting. If you notice it's getting hot or making your skin a little red, just throw some carrier oil on it. For kids and elderly people, dilute it more heavily. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. There's nothing to be afraid of. If you are afraid of your essential oils, you need more education on them. You do not need to be scared of these oils. I've been using them on my children since they were babies, and we've never had an issue. So you will be fine. Aromatically. Another way to use them is aromatically. Crack open a bottle and breathe it in. It can be that simple. Add your oils to a diffuser and enjoy the therapeutic benefits from diffusing. Put a drop in your palm, rub your hands together, and cup your hands over your nose. Breathe deeply and enjoy. No matter how you do it, you'll still reap the benefits. Anytime I'm applying oil topically using my hand, I'm going to then cup my hand over my nose and my mouth and inhale it as well. You get double the benefits that way. When we inhale essential oils, the molecules enter our brain through our olfactory system, and they enter our bloodstream through the alveoli in our lungs. So, when you're inhaling those oils, they really are having a huge impact on your health, which makes you stop and wonder what else you're inhaling in your life. And that goes for topical application too. Your skin is your body's largest organ. What are you rubbing on it every day? That's just food for thought. So now, before we go any further, I want to make sure you know the difference between a plus oil, which is a white label, and the regular oils solid color label. The plus oils are labeled for internal or dietary use, so they can be ingested. The solid color bottles are labeled for aromatic and topical use. However, they are the same oil. The only difference is the color of the label. It just makes it easier for us to know which oils can be safely ingested. Now, this is just a silly thing. In Canada, a product can only be labeled either topical or ingestion, but not both. Even if the product is natural and very, very safe for both, it can only be labeled for one. So we have lemon essential oil for topical use, and then we have lemon plus for ingestion. Okay, so the topical use lemon will say do not ingest on it. That's just a labeling law. The oil on the inside of the bottle is exactly the same. So when you know that, then you can stop worrying about it. It's very, very simple. And we use oils for ingestion. For example, I will add a drop of lemon to a glass of water, maybe 3 drops of lemon to a pitcher of water. It's very, very strong, and that's plenty, and it tastes delicious. So things like that. I add the lime to make my own guacamole. I add cinnamon and clove in my baking. It's very simple, but just remember that they are very, very potent, and you only need a drop or 2. So let's talk about lavender, everyone's favorite oil. This is probably the most common oil that you see around. You've seen lavender scented candles. It's one of the most commonly synthesized oils you're going to experience out there as well. Often when people experience Young Living lavender, they go, oh my goodness, it smells so clean. And that's probably because you've never experienced the real deal. So lavender is probably one of the most well-known. It's often called the Swiss Army knife of oils because it's extremely versatile and can be used for so many things. Being that I'm not a doctor and cannot diagnose, treat, or prescribe anything, I will recommend that you get an essential oils reference book. It comes in very handy in looking up what the oils can do. You can also get essential oils reference apps, which I really recommend. Keep it on your phone, quick reference. What oil do I use for this, or what oil is for that? It's so handy, and you can be your own essential oil expert in that way. Did you know that lavender also comes in a plus version? Same oil, different label. Can be used to make delicious lavender lemonade. So lavender is commonly used for things like headaches, coughs and colds, muscle aches. It's obviously very calming and relaxing. Add a drop to your pillow or your child's pillow at bedtime. Mix it with Epsom salts, put it in the bath for a good soak, or put a drop in the palm of your hand, cup it over your nose and mouth, and inhale deeply. My favorite thing to do with lavender is to diffuse it with Northern Lights black spruce and cedarwood essential oils because it's like sleeping in the enchanted forest, and I love it. Frankincense. Let's talk about frankincense. This oil is the Mac Daddy of oils, and it comes in the starter kit. That's insane. Remember in the Bible how the wise men brought Jesus some frankincense? Yep, this is that. This is that frankincense. It's the real frankincense, and it is oh so wonderful. We're the only company that has a trade agreement to farm it in the Middle East where it's meant to grow. So when you see the $10 frankincense at the mall, please stop. Please don't get that. It's not real. They say for every 1 pound of frankincense farmed globally, 10 pounds are sold. That's because they water it down. We don't want you to have watered down frankincense. I want you to have real frankincense. This is my favorite thing. After I wash my face, I will put frankincense around my the corners of my eyes. Just be careful around your eyes. I mean, I'm used to it, but just little dabs on any trouble spots. It's amazing for skin. It's very calming, comforting, balancing, grounding, and it's just a great one if people use it commonly in yoga for meditation. It's just very calming, helps with focus, and is so, so, so good for your skin. Panaway, this oil. It's so good. It's lovely on your skin. It smells wonderful. It smells like wintergreen. And basically, you're going to rub it on anything you want. You're going to rub it on your neck. You're going to rub it on your shoulders. It's refreshing. It's cooling on the skin. If you've had a very active day, you can rub it on your feet. You can mix it with some copaiba. They're best friends, those two oils. We'll talk about copaiba in a minute. Panaway contains wintergreen, which is high in a constituent called methyl salicylate, which is the active ingredient in many sports creams. Wintergreen with Young Living is approved with Health Canada as a safe natural remedy for arthritis, muscle aches, pains, and sprains. So you can see that this is a really big deal for people, and it's a great one to stick a roller top on top of and just roll away with it. So RC, it's going to smell a lot like Vicks Vapor Rub to you. It's got 3 different species of eucalyptus in it. It's glorious. I love this little bottle. My son has some different respiratory issues, airborne allergens, a long history of pneumonia and croup, and this little bottle of oil has gotten us through some rough times, and we love it. It's a great one. I find it helps with sleep because it's just so comforting and relaxing, especially if you're congested. So you want to diffuse this in any stuffy environment for a fresh, crisp atmosphere. Add a few drops to a wet washcloth and set outside the stream of water during a hot shower for an invigorating experience. Add a few drops to Young Living's carrier oil for a relaxing massage. You can make a chest rub for your chest and your back by diluting this one, and it's great. It's great for coughs and colds. Excuse me. Add a few drops of some coconut oil and rub it anywhere you want, bottoms of your feet. That's totally safe and gentle for children. And this one I also like to mix with Epsom salts. and put it in the bath and just have a nice steam. It just opens up your sinuses. You can breathe clear. It's wonderful if you're working out as well. It just helps you feel like you can breathe really deeply and get a full lung full of air. So wonderful, wonderful oil. Copaiba, and I mentioned this one with Panaway, they're best friends. They like to be together, and we mix them together all the time. Copaiba has the highest amount of beta caryophyllene. It has 55%, which is more than any other essential oil out there. Now, if you want to know what beta caryophyllene can do for your health, I suggest you Google it right now. Copaiba provides a calming aroma. It can be diffused to create a warm, inviting environment and reduces the appearance of blemishes. It's extremely mild. It's great for hair, skin, and nails. We actually have a Copaiba shampoo with Young Living, and it's glorious. I use it in my hair regularly. Northern Lights Black Spruce. If you have a man in your life who thinks this whole essential oil thing is weird, this is the bottle you give to him. You say, here, honey, here's your new non-toxic cologne. He's going to like that he smells like a tree, and you're going to like how he smells, and he's going to like that you like how he smells, and it's a win-win for everyone. So he can use this on his beard as a beard oil or just use it as cologne, and it's amazing. This one's also really great for skincare. We call it the frankincense of the north, if that gives you some hints. And like I said, I like to diffuse this with lavender. It is really good for just promoting good rest and sleep. And you can mix it with your skincare products as well. I like to have it in the bath with Epsom salts because it's the greatest bath you'll ever have. It's comforting and invigorating, rich woodsy aroma. And the best part is it's farmed and distilled in Fort Nelson, British Columbia. And who doesn't like the sound of sustainable tree farming in British Columbia? It makes me happy, and it smells like home. So the black spruce tree must be harvested in the extreme cold of the Canadian winter because the oil exits the roots of the tree and remains in the needles to protect it during the cold. So they have to harvest this one in the deepest cold of winter in Fort Nelson to get the most oil out of the tree. So that's pretty committed farmers up there doing the black spruce farming, and I appreciate it. So lemon. Lemon is one that everyone likes. It is happiness in a bottle, liquid sunshine. It's a citrus oil. Citrus oils are photosensitive, which means that if we put them on our face and we go out in the sun, it's going to ripen us like the fruit of a tree, which is not a good thing. You do not want your skin ripened. It's a sunburn. We don't need that. So please don't put this one on your face before you go sunbathing. It's common sense, but just don't do that. So you're going to diffuse this to create a more focused environment. Great for children. It's a great pick-me-up in the morning. Great way to start your day. It's energizing and refreshing. Mix it with some peppermint for an extra kick in the pants to get you out of bed, and add to skincare products to help reduce the appearance of aging. And this is also approved with Health Canada as a safe natural remedy for coughs and colds. So this is a great one to have. And what I like about it is it's good for cleaning any yucky, sticky, gunky, gooey mess. It takes the sticker residue from price tags off. It takes grease stains out of clothes. It takes marker out of carpets. It's really handy. I used it to get silly putty out of pajamas. So this stuff is magic. It's absolutely wonderful. Actually, we just found the bottom of my rocking chair had some kind of like grease on it. It looked like almost like motor oil, and it was on my hands, and I used soap and it wouldn't come off, and I used lemon oil and it came off instantly. So little tips like that. It's very, very handy to have around the house. Peppermint. Peppermint is actual magic in a bottle. It has so many uses. It's number one for digestive discomfort. Rub it on your abdomen when you have any digestive issues. And it's actually really amazing how quickly it works. You can taste it. You rub it on your stomach and you can taste it a minute later. So it is crazy that it goes in like that. 1 drop of peppermint with Young Living is equivalent to 24 to 28 cups of herbal tea. Have you ever tried to drink 24 to 28 cups of herbal tea? It's pretty hard. So this one also relieves joint and muscle pain. And it reduces the symptoms of coughs and colds, opens your airways way up. A lot of people use it for working out. Also best friends with Panaway. You can imagine that they are both really good for when you're working out. And yeah, much like RC, it improves your breathing. So you want to be inhaling that one. And just a little tip is you can use this one to keep spiders away, which I think is really handy as well. So peppermint's got lots and lots of uses. I don't know why this one isn't called the Swiss Army knife, but lavender's great, but I just really like peppermint. So Digize is a blend. It has peppermint in it, but it also has ginger and fennel. Not everyone likes the smell of ginger and fennel. So just a little disclaimer here. I don't sell perfume. So if you don't like the smell of it, but it does something good for your health, suck it up. So it's like with Buckley's, it tastes awful, but it works. Well, Digest smells awful, but it works. So if you smell it and you're like, well, you have a stomach ache. That's why you have the Digest out. So maybe put it on, get your stomach ache to feel better. And then you can put some lavender on if you want to smell good. I mean, I don't know. I just love this one. I keep it with me. Our family has so many food allergies. My daughter has a rare condition called food protein induced enterocolitis syndrome, which basically means she has crazy food allergies that make no sense. And we love Digest. We love it. We love it so much. We keep it with us. We apply it to our stomach before and after meals, and it has helped with so many things. And I find antacids really nauseate me, so this has been a fantastic solution for us. So if you have any digestive issues, I really recommend this one personally. Purification. Purification takes the stink out of things, makes bad things smell good. So if you just cooked fish, if you painted your house, if you moved into a new house and the previous owner was a smoker, if you have a kid in hockey and the hockey equipment is reeking up your house, you need some purification in your life. So what you're going to mix it in a spray bottle with some water. And you're going to put 3 to 5 drops, depending on the size of the bottle, 3 to 5 drops of the purification in with water. And you can spritz your linens, your couch, your shoes. You can put it on a cotton ball and stick the cotton ball in the shoes. You can put it on wool dryer balls and put through your laundry, and your laundry won't stink. You can mix it with baking soda, sprinkle it on your carpets, let it sit for 25 minutes and vacuum it up, and it'll freshen your carpets. There's so many different ways to use this, and you don't have to spray any toxic chemicals on your couch and pretend that that's cleaning it by spraying all sorts of cancer-causing disgustingness on your couch and on your carpets. And you know how people do that, and spray, and they're like, oh, now it smells clean. Like, no, now it smells synthetic and poisonous. So let's use something safe and natural. And best part, safe for your pets. So if you're going to clean your house with all this stuff, you want your house to smell good. It's also nice if it doesn't poison your fur babies. So let's, freshen our house with something safe. It certainly doesn't need to poison you in order to work. So next, thieves. Thieves is a big deal. We have a whole class about it. Thieves is a blend that has eucalyptus, cinnamon, clove, rosemary, and lemon. It's very, very famous. Every company has a knockoff version of this one, but this is the original. So Thieves is registered with Health Canada as a safe natural remedy for coughs and colds. Kind of a big deal. We have an entire line surrounding it. Thieves Household Cleaner is life-changing. You can clean your whole house with one product. It'll be cheaper than any product you'll ever find at the store, and it'll work 10 times better. So I like Thieves because it smells like Christmas. You put it on the bottoms of your feet every day. Every day. We're in the middle of a pandemic right now, people. I've got a lot of Thieves in my house. I put it on the bottoms of my feet every day, and I do that to my children as well. We diffuse this one regularly, and I clean my whole house with it. So I feel like that says a lot, but you can decide when you try it. So Ningxia Red, we also have an entire class called All About Ningxia Red, and Ningxia Red is really amazing. And you might think, well, I don't really want to drink. I'm here for essential oils. This is a drink full of essential oils. Can you see on that bottle there? It says essential oil infused wolfberry supplement. Wolfberries are like acai berries. They're really, really high in antioxidants. In fact, they're so high in antioxidants, they knock things like blueberries way off the charts. It's amazing what's in it. It's sweetened with stevia. There's no junk juices in it. It's not watered down with anything. And you just take a shot of it every day. So I know it looks like it's in a wine bottle, but you just take a little shot, like the little shot glass that's right there. Take a shot of it every day, and it's amazing what it does for you. It's a whole body nutrient infusion. It's got so much nutritious goodness in it. So I really encourage you to check out the Ningxia Red class. For me, I take a shot every day, and I can tell an immediate difference. When I started using Ningxia Red, I could tell that I had more energy, and I could tell that my insides were much happier. Everything was working better. A huge difference. And my children as well will take a shot of it every day. And why not just support your body with something really, really nutritious? It's a great way to start the day, and you can turn it into popsicles and slushies and all sorts of things too. And I add it to smoothies and put a splash of Ningxia Red in there. So super great. Excuse me again. Thieves hand sanitizer. Thieves hand sanitizer kills illness-causing germs and bacteria. Isn't that awesome? It doesn't have anything synthetic in it. It doesn't have anything poisonous in it. And yet it kills all the bad stuff. which I think is really important, especially because everyone is kind of obsessed with hand sanitizer these days. And I don't know if you know about hand sanitizer, but if you overdo it, it's kind of bad news for your immune system. Our society way overdoes it with the hand sanitizer, and it's not really good for you. You know, you can wash your hands with soap, and it's actually more effective than hand sanitizer. But this is a great one to keep in your purse for those days when, you know, you're at the grocery store and it's disgusting, or you don't have the ability to wash your hands. What I like about this one is my children use it, and if they put their hands in their mouth right after, I'm not like, you're eating the hand sanitizer. Doesn't matter. This one's all natural and safe, and yet it has been registered with Health Canada as an effective hand sanitizer. So big deal, big deal. Wholesale pricing. So we're going to talk about this more in later classes. If you move through all of our classes, you'll hear about this, but just a few things to keep in mind with Young Living. We only deal with wholesale accounts with Young Living. So a lot of people go, well, I don't want to have a wholesale account because I don't want to do Young Living as a business. No, everyone has a wholesale account. We're like Costco. Okay, it's like having a Costco membership, except it's free. And then when I say it's free, people say, but how much does it cost, Pam? It's free. There's no fee. So we're cheaper than Costco. You can set up a wholesale account for free. You save 24% on every purchase. You do not have to order every month. You do not have to get a starter kit. You do not have to do a business. There is no minimum for how much you get. However, there are lots of recommendations for ways to save money. So the best way to save money is to start with a premium starter kit. Premium starter kit is like a value pack, and it comes with all the oils I talked about in this class, comes with some Ningxia Red and hand sanitizer, and it comes with a diffuser. So it is a really great value, because if you bought those things individually, it's over $400, but if you buy them as a set, it's $200. So it saves you a lot, and it's a great way to get started. However, you don't have to do that if you really wanted to get started with the makeup or something else like Ningxia Red. You certainly can do that as well. There's also the option of Essential Rewards, which is an optional program. You opt in for it, and you can opt out at any time. And that is a monthly purchase, but you get to accumulate points, which you can then use to purchase free stuff. So it stretches your dollar a lot further, increases your discount up to almost 50%. So it is a really great way to save, especially if you're looking at switching out a lot of products in your house. You can go on Essential Rewards for 3 months. You can go on for 6 months, whatever you want to do. The longer you're on, the more you save. So keep those things in mind and check out all these options. I know there is a video later on that's going to be all about Essential Rewards, so I'm not going to really highlight it too much here. But just keep that in mind. Know that these are just options, and they're not imposed on you. So if you want to get started and become a member, what I recommend you do is go to the person who sent you to this class. That's the person that you want to be enrolling with, and they can give you their enrollment link if you don't have a membership already. If you have a membership and you've forgotten how to log in, please again go back to that person who helped you get started. And if you can't remember who that is, and if you have no idea who this is, and you're like, I don't remember who sent me this link, I don't remember who I signed up with, then just come to me and I'll find out who that person is and get you connected, okay? So my email again is pamela.youngliving@gmail.com. Okay, and we can help you get started, and we can help you sign up so you don't get confused by anything, especially if you find computers confusing. You are so welcome here. We have lots of people like that, and we love you. So thank you so much for joining the basics of essential oils, and please continue on to Thieves and Ningxia Red and our supplements class, and ask lots of questions, and I hope that this was informative for you. All right, so thank you so much. Bye-bye.